I'm Sindhu, the winner of the senior category and the brand ambassador of season 1.
And I'm Lakshmi, the title winner of the junior category and brand ambassador season 1.
Season 1 was amazing. Get ready to be blown away by season 2. It was a well-organized, reimagined, and highly professional competition.
The makers of the Artiste are seasoned musicians, and they provided me a great platform to learn and grow as an artist.
The best part about the Artiste is that even though you're at home, it feels like you're performing on stage. This event is open to all ages and includes 3 categories: Indian classical singing, Indian playback singing, and Western vocals.
Registration has started. Get your early bird special discounts for a limited time. Registration will end on April 30th, 2021. So expect nothing less, if not more, for season 2.
Find the art in your heart.
Find the art in your heart.
Let's do this together.
कभी ये सोचा था न कभी ये जाना था
Back, everybody. Once again, namaskar from my side. Happy Independence Day. And as you know that we just took a quick break. We are back and we are finding the artist in you. I'm glad that I've got so many wonderful artists surrounding me on this auspicious occasion. Yes, well, I am from India. At the moment, my location is India, and in another hour, the date is going to change. But this date will remain in my heart, just like the art is in our heart. So continuing our semi-final round of Indian classical singing, moving on with our next participant, that is going to be number 12, Bhargavi. We are very sorry we had to keep you waiting for another like 10 minutes, but yes, now the stage is yours. Let's welcome Bhargavi on the virtual stage. Let's have the music. Bhargavi, welcome. You are the artist. And seems like, you know, when I was just reading about Bhargavi, it looked like that I'm reading about my own daughter. She likes K-pop, BTS band, Blackpink band, and the exception was Carnatic music, but my daughter learns flute. Bhargavi, how do you manage so much so in such small time?
Normally, like regularly.
Okay. Bhargavi, is my voice clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, looks like you're all set for your performance. You don't want to waste any more moments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sense that. Okay, then I'll close my mouth. 3, 2, 1, over to you.
Taye Yashoda Vunden Ayer Kule Tudita Mayen Go கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா தையலை கேளடி உந்தன் பையனை போலவே இந்த வையகத்தில் ஒரு பிள்ளை அம்மம்மா நான் கண்டதில்லை தையலை கேளடி உந்தன் பையனை போலவே இந்த வையகத்தில் ஒரு பிள்ளை அம்மம்மா நான் கண்டதில்லை தையலை கேளடி உந்தன் பையனை போலவே இந்த வையகத்தில் ஒரு பிள்ளை நான் கண்டதில்லை தையலை கேளடி உந்தன் பையனை போலவே இந்த வையகத்தில் ஒரு பிள்ளை நான் கண்டதில்லை தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா காலினில் சிலம்பு கொஞ்ச கைவளை குலுங்க மூத்து மலைகள் அசைய தெருவாசலில் வந்த காலினில் சிலம்பு கொஞ்ச கைவளை குலுங்க மூத்து மலைகள் அசைய தெருவாசலில் வந்த வானோர்கள் எல்லாம் இழ மனிதரெல்லாம் புகழ நிலவண்ணன் கண்ணன் இவன் நர்த்தனமாடினான் வானோர்கள் எல்லாம் இழ மனிதரெல்லாம் புகழ நிலவண்ணன் கண்ணன் இவன் நர்த்தனமாடினான் பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் யசோதா பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் யசோதா பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் அடி யசோதா பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் அடி யசோதா பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் அணைத்த என்னை மலையிட்டவன் போல் வாயில் முத்தமிட்டாண்டி பாலன் என்று தாவி அணைத்தேன் அணைத்த என்னை மலையிட்டவன் போல் வாயில் முத்தமிட்டாண்டி பாலனல்லடி உன்மகன் ஜலமா செய்வதெல்லாம் 4 பேர் கேட்க சொல்ல நாணமிக வாகுதடி பாலனல்லடி உன்மகன் ஜலமா செய்வதெல்லாம் 4 பேர் கேட்க சொல்ல நாணமிக வாகுதடி பாலனல்லடி உன்மகன் ஜலமா செய்வதெல்லாம் 4 பேர் கேட்க சொல்ல நாணமிக வாகுதடி பாலனல்லடி உன்மகன் ஜலமா செய்வதெல்லாம் 4 பேர் கேட்க சொல்ல நாணமிக வாகுதடி தாயே யசோதா உந்தன் ஆயர் குல துதித மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலத்தை கேளடி தாயே யசோதா Um,
Oh, Bhargavi, that's done.
yeah.
Oh my God. I was just so mesmerized. I was like, it's going on and on and on. It took me a moment to realize that pace, that voice, that command over your voice, amazing. Vasant, please add on.
Thank you, Akansha. Hi, Bhagavi. How are you today?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Bhagavi. I think
Thank
you know pretty well that you did a great job. You have been always very confident in singing, but I don't know why. Are you nervous right now or a bit?
Uh, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. But I think when it comes to singing, I think you're perfect when it comes to being on the ragam, doing your gamakam, and I think a couple of those sangatis, when you did your modulation, the sangati, when you softened it and brought your voice back, those were really highlights of your performance. I would say you know that you've been practicing well and you're learning and you're in the right direction. But there are one or two points which I wanted to mention so that it only improves you and betters you as a musician and as a singer. First, generally, I would suggest if you could keep I would say the distance between this is the distance you have to keep to the mic so that whenever you sing, you don't end up spraying on it or it's like it captures the essence of your voice much better. So if you really listen to some real top Hindustani or Carnatic musicians, if you be on the side stage, right? If you see, they would have at least I would say this is like a 10 centimeter or a distance between your voice and the mic. That will help all the sangatis to come out very clearly. And there are things like when you sing some high sangatis, suddenly when you go to the head voice and come back, right? Which is Thai poeta, when you come back to mantra sthai, there'll be some kind of pop. And sometimes when you pronounce words, and especially in compositions like these, where the lyrics has a lot of pa, ta, ba, those pops will not happen when it is so not so closer. So you just have to be cognizant of that. Otherwise, everything is perfect. I really loved your readiness for singing, and I really enjoyed your performance. All the very best.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Sri.
Very immaculate, Bhargavi.
Thank you.
Todi Ragam, very popular Kriti. I would definitely say that. What I really liked is, may I know who your guru is?
Vidushi Srimati Rajarajeshwari Bhatt and Vidushi Srimati Kriti Bhatt.
Okay. I think you are under the right training. Especially Carnatic music needs that throw, that voice when you are entering a kriti. Many people, just because of the influence of light music, influence of the support that they can get from Western instruments, they tend, when they sing, the voice actually sort of there's a little bit of a leaning towards, you're inclined towards sort of getting the support from those instruments, and your voice gets a little lower. You always depend on the mic to do that. I'm very sure even without the mic, your voice is kind of solid. You have very good control, and your sangadis are very, very, very pristine and very clear, very crystal clear. And that's what I liked about your performance. At no point of time was I distracted or anything like that. That especially and the Sangati part. Sorry, I keep talking in Tamil. That first ragam that you sang just for 15 seconds, that was very good. Can you repeat that?
Just go a little behind. Just go a little behind, slightly far away from the mic. Just go a little. Yeah, sing.
Beautiful. For a ragam like Todi to actually give the entire bhavam in about 12 to 15 seconds is a talent by itself. I mean, humble pranams to your guru. Carry on and carry on this amazing talent that you have. I'm wishing you the best, Bhargavi. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Shri. And that is so kind of our jury members and the duo, Shri especially, because they're not judging the talent here, the artist here, but they're trying to help you become a better artist. That was a wonderful performance, Bhargavi. Thank you so much for joining in. And moving on to our next participant, that is going to be number 13, Kashyap Rajesh. Kashyap, welcome to the virtual stage. Can we have the music?
Hi.
While I was reading the description that you have given, you listen to Tamil, Hindi, English, popular, and classical music. And you don't only listen, but you try to bridge the gap in all the different genres. And how old are you? I know your age, but it's for everybody.
I'm 15 years old.
So at just the age of 15, I do not know what I was doing when I was 15. How come you have this maturity?
I don't know. I enjoy singing, and it's been a big passion of mine since I was younger. So I just try to, put that to use and perform in various platforms.
Wonderful. Okay. So the stage is yours. You are the artist. Over to you.
Today I'll be singing Manasi Swadhina in Ragam Shankarabharanam, composed by Sri Tyagaraja Swami, in Talam Mr. Chapti. Manasu Swadhina Mainaya Ganuniki Manasu Swadhina Mainaya Ganuniki Manasu Swadhina Mailaya Ganuniki Majimatamu Lalla Ganuniki Majimatamu Lalla Ganuniki Mana Suswa Ajannamu दूर विषय तूनी की अजन्मो दूर विषय तूनी की गत गत राज राज निरंजन निरूपम राजवदन त्याग राज विनूत मन दीन मैनय करुणी की मन सनि सनि सरि नि सनि सरि सनि सनि नि पद सनि द प म ग म प नि द प म ग रि ग म प प म ग रि स रि ग प म ग रि स नि स रि स स ग रि म ग प म म रि म ग प म र प प प प म र प नि द द द प म ग प प म ग रि म म ग रि स ग ग रि स नि स प प प द द स म ग रि स रि ग रि प म ग रि ग ग म म म प Samagari sari gari pamagari gama gala pama gama papa sani da padani sani nani sappa magari sani da pamagari sani da padani sari gama padani sari sa da da gari sani da risa sani da padappa magari sari sa sari gama padani sari gama padani sari gama padani sari gama gari sani da risa sani da padappa magari samana suswina mainaya kanuni ki manasuswa. Thank you.
Wonderful, Kashyap. Wonderful. Bright color and bright performance. Vasant, what are your thoughts on that?
Wonderful attempt, Kashyap. And I think you've gotten the essence of the ragam very well. Firstly, I should say you've got a wonderful voice. I think not everybody is gifted with this kind of a baritone at the age of 15. Mostly they'll say, Koral Odayar age. It's like the adolescent time, right? When you see that your voice has changed. And I think you would develop a wonderful voice if you just keep practicing the highest note that you can reach as well as the lowest note that you can. And it clearly shows. I also liked the overall pace of your performance. It was nice. You were, the tempo at which you were going was very nice. Your talam control was overall okay. During Sargam, Swaram Bodha, you just slipped a couple of times, but I think you came back. You sang the entire repetition correctly and you came back to the Pallavi. So that was again good. So overall, I think you've had a good understanding of the song and you've practiced well and sung well. All the very best and keep up the work. Practice a lot more of Dhatu Varisai. I would say it will help you to jump notes, right? Jumping notes is slightly complicated. So when you practice a lot of Dhatu Varisai, you'll be able to easily do jumping notes, especially ragam like Begada is quite challenging to achieve and accomplish that. And over practice of Dhatu Varisai, you'll be able to do that easily. All the very best.
Thank you.
Over to you, Sameer.
Hey, hi. I really loved your performance. Again, your voice is excellent and your transitions are really good. So that is one of the key features. And one of the things I really loved about your performance is the fact that nothing bothered you when you were singing. Going wrong, everybody does that, but coming back is actually the hallmark of a good singer. For me, how much you are at ease, that is when it shows that you can actually what you're doing. And I love that fact. So I really, really enjoyed your performance. Please keep it up. Keep practicing. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sameer. Thank you so much, Kashyap. And Kashyap, since you are decoding Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that's the most elaborate version. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is said ki sadhana kathin nahi, drid honi chahiye. So you need to be determined for your practice. Thank you. Moving on to our next participant. That is going to be participant number 14. And let's welcome Arushi Harish. Can we have the music? So while reading some exclusive stuff about Arushi, I was about to Google what is the meaning of Potterhead. And then I saw a very exclusive line written that she has got a personal letter signed by J.K. Rowling. Yay! We have artist Arushi with us. Welcome on the virtual stage, Arushi.
Hi.
What is the story behind this?
So actually, I was in school and we had to write to our favorite author, and I picked J.K. Rowling because I'm such a big fan of Harry Potter, and she actually wrote back, so that was really nice.
Oh my God. So I hope you have seen J.K. Rowling's biopic. It's on Netflix. And if you haven't, you should see.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Great. So Arushi, you're all set. The stage is yours. You are the artist. 3, 2, 1. All yours.
Yeah, so today I'll be performing a Bandish, Namanakara Chatura, which is based on the Rag Bhupali, and the composer is Vishnu Narayan, and the tal is Teen Tal. So. चतुर श्री गुरु चरना नमन कर चतुर श्री गुरु चरना तन मन निरमल कर भव तरना तन मन निरमल कर भव तरना चतुर श्री गुरु चरना जोई जोई त्यावत शुभ फल पावत जोई जोई त्यावत जोई जोई त्यावत शुभ फल पावत जन्म मरण दुख साबनी स्तरना जन्म मरण दुख साबनी स्तरना नमन कर चतुर श्री गुरु चरना नमन कर चतुर सारे गरे रे ग प ग ध प ग रे प ग रे स नमन कर चतुर नमन कर चतुर ga pa ga re ga pa dha pa re ga re sa namana kar chatur namana kar chatur Shri Guru Charana Sare ga pa dha sa dha pa ga re sa dha sare ga pa dha re sa dha pa ga re sa namana kar chatur Shri Guru Charana Sare ga pa dha sa re sa dha pa re ga re sa dha pa ga re sa namana kar chatur namana kar chatur namana kar chatur Shri Guru Charana
Wonderful, Ayushi. Ayushi has joined us from Vancouver, Canada. And I think, Samir, you take the lead.
Hi, Arushi. Can you pause the Tanpura so that we can hear you even more clearly?
Sure. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. So which house do you belong to?
I belong to Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Okay. So I took the test. I was in Slytherin. So let's see. All right. So yes. So overall, good. What I would like to see is you taking the speed a little higher later on, or starting a little faster. I think you can do that. Your voice is good, and you know the rag, so you know Bhoop rag, and you know the composition really well. So that was really good. And were you a little nervous?
A little bit, yes.
Yes. So yeah. So take a couple of deep breaths before you start, because I mean I could tell that you know what you're doing. It's just a matter of you being more comfortable when you're presenting it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So just keep that in mind. The more you do that initial breathing exercise, you're going to be that much more stable when you start singing, right? And a little less forcefulness at the beginning.
Sure.
Sa pa ga re sa da sa re ga pa ga re sa. So keep that just a little more, less force, and then gradually as you're singing, the force has to be there. You have to sing with that, but initially that will give you more control. But I like listening to it. It was excellent. So okay, good job. Okay, over to you, Shri. Oh, sorry. I think it was Vasant who was going to go
No
next. Sorry about that.
Hi, Arushi.
Hi.
So I know one another singer who's from British Columbia as well. Can you guess the person? She's a very famous singer now.
No.
She's none other than the national award-winning Sasha Tirupati. She hails from British Columbia, and she happens to be my friend for over 20 years now. She
That's
learned
cool.
from, yeah. So you're coming from a place where there are a lot of pedigree of good singers. Of course,
Yeah.
Canada has a lot of other good singers coming from. So glad that you picked up, learning the traditional art form. So kudos to that, and please do keep practicing well, like how Samir said. I think you've gotten a very good idea of the song. It's just about the way you perform today or the way you practice. So just go about doing all the practices, practice well, and I think you're enjoying your music already. I can see that.
Yeah.
So, and I felt like you were at ease when you started, and you were really singing it, right? As opposed to singing for a competition, you were like performing it. So pretty good from that part. I think the emotion was pretty good when you sang. I was able to enjoy the rag as well. So keep it up, all the very best, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Arushi, thank you so much for joining in. And you have got the best advice from our jury. Moving on to our next participant, that is going to be participant number 15, Satvika. Let's welcome Satvika on the virtual stage. Can we have the music, please? You are the artist, Satvika. Welcome.
Hello.
Satvika, you and I have got one similarity and one dissimilarity. The similarity is that you and I, we both like to do something or the other to keep our minds busy. But you know what? What is the dissimilarity?
What is
Ask.
what is it?
I'm sorry, can you hear me? Because your voice is very low. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying that the dissimilarity is that you like to eat something salty or some salty snack. I've got a sweet tooth. Rest, you and I was like, it was like I was reading my own bio when I was reading about you.
Yeah, I like to keep myself busy.
Great. So are you set for your performance?
Yeah.
Great. So you are the artist. You know that the stage is yours. On the count of 3, 2, 1, over to you.
I'm going to be singing Himadri Sute in the Ragam Kalyani, composed by Shyama Sastri in Rupakatalam. And I'll start with a small alapan. Tadari na 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 ta na na ra ta ra na Himadri Sute pahi ma Himadri Sute pahi ma Varade parade vate 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 Himadri Sute pahi ma Sumeru Madhyavasini Sumeru Madhyavasini Amba Sumeru Madhyavasini Shri Kamakshi Sumeru Madhyavasini Shri Kamakshi Himadri सुते पाहि मां वरदे परदेवते मात्रे सुते पाहि मां श्याम कृष्ण सोदरी गौरी परमेश्वरी गिरिजा श्याम कृष्ण सोदरी गौरी परमेश्वरी गिरिजा गिरिजालनील वेणिकीरवाणि श्रीललिते हिमाद्रे सुते पाहि मां वरदे परदेवते हिमाद्रे सुते पाहि मां वरदे Thank you.
That's so amazing. You know, Satvika, when you talk, you're a different person. When you were singing, you were altogether a different person, and that's the personality of a true artist. Over to Shri. Shri, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Akanksha. Satvika, very good performance. Um, you went a little out of breath at a couple of places. I could definitely sense that. So don't be nervous. Don't be nervous when you come for in such platforms. We are here to support you. We want to kind of hear you more. In fact, that's the truth. Maybe taking a deep breath before your performance, just keeping yourself calm and relaxed will definitely help. But overall, very good performance. I like the ragam presentation when you started. Uh, I like the way you had sequenced out, starting from the lower note, then going out, and then male column, and then back. That's the entire framework of how you sort of develop a ragam. You should now I know that what you have just rendered is directly from your guru. You should actually use that framework and start developing. That is what is required. Gurus, they will give you the skeleton of what is required. Now you need to start developing from it. That is what is required. uh, but very well done. And maybe now you can take a deep breath and then cool yourself. I knew you were a little bit out of breath in between, but wishing you the best, Satvika. All said and done, a very neat performance.
Thank you.
You so much. Yeah, Vasant, over to you.
Hi, Satvika. Good to hear you today. I think Srijit covered most of the points that I had as well, saying that forget how today's performance or whatever. I think you should just focus on learning more and more and practicing more and more. I understand that you also enjoy your singing, right? And that enjoyment should also reflect in your body language and singing, and you could smile occasionally as well. Okay. All the very best and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Vasant. Thank you so much, Vasant. Thank you so much, Satvika, and all the best for your future performances. And now smile. All right. Moving on to our next participant, the participant number 16. Her name is Pavitra Chandrasekharan. Let's welcome her on our virtual stage. Can we have the music? You are the artist. Welcome, Pavitra. I mean, you have written that when you were younger, you really like to mess around. When you were younger, if you are not young, then I think I'm ancient. So, Pavitra, what makes you say that? But you are very, very young. You're just 15. You can still mess around. You can still goof around. That's the best part of this age.
Oh, I guess I stopped goofing around after a certain point, so I can say when I was younger I goofed around. I don't know.
You're just making me feel ancient now. We are always young. Okay? So, are you ready for your performance? Great. So, the stage is yours. On the count of 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
I will be singing Lalite Shri Pravrade in Ragam Bhairavi set to Adi Talam composed by Shri Tyagaraja. It's part of the Lalgudi Pancharatnam. Tadana tadana na 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 ra ra na 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 ta tadana na 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 ra na 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 tadara na ta na na Lalite Shri Pravride Shrimati 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 Lavanya Nidhi Mati Lalite Shri Pravride Shrimati Lavanya Nidhi Mati Lalite Shri Pravride Shrimati Lavanya Nidhi Mati Telivini Vardil Shri 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 Tapastirtha Nagara Nilaye Tapastirtha Nagara Nilaye Tapastirtha Nagara Nilaye Tapastirtha Nagara Nilaye Lalite Shri Pravride Shrimati Lavanya Nidhi Mati Teliyani baludagada Amba teliyani baludagada Amba teliyani baludagada Amba teliyani baludagada Amba telivini summugada Amba teliyani baludagada Amba telivini summugada Chalamuseya Mariyada Chalamuseya Mariyada Chalamuseya Mariyada Chalamuseya Mariyada బల్కరాదా చల్లని మాటలు బల్కరాదా చల్లని మాటలు బల్కరాదా లలితే శ్రీ ప్రవృదే శ్రీమతి లావణ్యనిధి మతి
There is a thing called projection, and your name starts again with P. So Pavitra is equals to projection. Wonderful projection in your voice. Let's hear it from Shri. Shri, what do you have to say?
Pavitra, it was so nice to hear Bhairavi, and I mean, suddenly started missing Lalgudi sir. For all that, he was a legend. Um, I kind of, I went a little nostalgic because I've seen him perform live, and my guru is actually Palgat Mani's son. So my guru used to talk a lot about Sri Lalgudi Jaraman sir, and I know the chemistry that they had on stage. I mean, I went to different places. I went to a different age, I would say, when you started singing this. Very, if I can say, there is a pride in the way that you sing. But did you understand the lyrics of this particular Kriti, Pavitra?
No.
Yeah. So I knew that because you have a very clean presentation. There's no question about it. But when you bring, if you know the meaning of that, the Kriti that you have sung on Ambal, there's a lot of Veeram in this, especially in the Ragam and the lyrics that you have actually presented. It will definitely add flavor if you know the meaning and when you're presenting it. And I'm sure you can take it to a different platform altogether when you present it. But all said and done, enjoyed your performance, Pavitra. I really enjoyed. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Vasant, over to you.
Thanks, Sri. As you mentioned, right, she really took us to another place altogether. I would say I really enjoyed your Ragam rendition as well as the overall composition. You clearly know, right, where you are with respect to your musical journey. So what is your goal? What do you want to achieve in music?
With part especially, I want to get better at Manodharmam and maybe take it to a stage level, because like singing is one thing, and then but Manodharmam is more hard because you have to understand the raga more and you have to build it, and it has to be entertaining. You can't keep singing the same phrases over and over again. So I would really like to be good at Manodharmam.
All right. I'm sure with this amount of practice and the kind of intent that you put in your music, I'm sure you are already good. You are going to be on that stage, which will make you happy in life. So all the very best, and keep your learning going. Listens to different forms of music and keep practicing stuff. All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vasant. Thank you so much, Pavitra. It was lovely having you on the stage. Moving on to our next participant, that is going to be participant number 17. Her name is Lasya. Let's welcome Lasya on our virtual stage. Can we have the music? You are the artist. Welcome to the stage. Lasya is coming from Washington, USA, and she has shared a very fond memory that when she was 5 years old, she got the opportunity to sing in front of S.P. Balasubramanian sir. And she still remembers that. She's almost 14. Lasya, do you remember the song that you sang?
Ahana Pelanta from Maya Bazaar.
Okay. So are you all set for today's performance?
Yes.
All right. So without much ado, over to you.
Namaskaram. My name is Lasya Dhuliparla. I will be singing Brihadambikaye in the Ragam Vasanta, set to Mishra Chaputalam, composed by Muthuswami Dikshitar. Thank you.
Wonderful. I think, when it comes to Carnatic music, my vocabulary is very, very extremely limited. So the correct person who has got massive vocabulary is going to be Shri. Shri, please help me out.
Akanksha, you're actually putting me on a spot here. I mean, there is no way anybody can say that, who's got, I wouldn't say I'm an expert in Carnatic. I have only learned Carnatic, and I'm still trying to learn from the legends, because there is definitely a segregation between what the legends have put a framework on and what we are trying to achieve. As a connoisseur of Carnatic music, I really appreciate what's happening. I enjoy it, and most of all, this platform gives me that ability to enjoy the talent that we have in this country, in US and Canada. When I see the participants right from here, and not in India, but most of the time they are learning these through Zoom classes from India, or teachers that are not in place. They're not learning in person. So um, it's amazing. Akanksha, I just wanted to sort of tell you that I'm not an expert.
That is quite humble of you. Quite humble of you.
No, that's the truth. So Lasya, amazing. I think you very strong control on your talam, and very neatly performed Kriti. Um, I would definitely urge that you keep practicing. Your sadhagam should definitely be on ensuring that um, the gamakams are made more pristine. I knew there were some sangadis where, like, on target, and if I could just draw something and say inner circle, outer circle, and an outer circle, you were on spot on that sangadi. It was so nice to hear that. Um, Wishing you the best. In fact, I don't have any area of improvement feedback for you. That's what I mean. To my knowledge, I have not seen anything but pristine performance. Wishing you the best, Lasya. Vasant, over to you.
Hey, Sri. Thank you so much. Hey, Lasya. I really, really enjoyed the singing. I think you pretty much know where you stand with respect to your learning and your journey with respect to music. So all that I have to say is all the very best. Really, really loved your performance in singing. Please keep practicing well. There's nothing much to add here, but wonderful. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in, and a verdict or a comment like flawless performance. What more do you want? Keep practicing and keep shining. So this is for everybody who is watching us live on Facebook, all our jury members. So she was the last participant in the category altos. Now we are moving on to our next category, that is going to be 16 years and above, that is sopranos. And now the participant in that category is going to be Sohini Sengupta, and her number is going to be 18. This information is for our broadcast team. So the participant number 18, Sohini Sengupta, welcoming her on stage. Can we have the music? You are the artist. Welcome to the virtual stage. Sohini, you have said that you like to cook and eat, but at the same time, you are a very impatient person. So, well, because I can see your date of birth, so I know you and I share the same age almost.
Oh.
And the only thing that age has taught me is patience.
But I am very impatient about singing, impatient about learning, impatient about my 6-year-old kid. Why can't you do this? Why? You have to do it in one chance. No, no, no. Just like that. Or
so sometimes, this quality also, it motivates you for perfection. So you're all set for your performance?
Yes.
ठीक है. So the stage is yours. 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Namaskar. So I am going to sing Mishra Pilu Thumri.
नथ बेसर नथ बेसर बालम मंगवा नथ बेसर बालम मंगवा वरना मैं तो से नहीं 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 बोलो रे नथ बेसर बालम मंगवा दे वादे नथ बेसर बालम मंगवा दे वरना मैं तो से नहीं बोलूं रे नथ बेसर बाजू बंध बाजू बंध बाजू बंध बाजू बंध बाजू बंध साजन पहना दे वरना मैं द्वार नहीं खोलो रे नथ बेसर हरी हरी चूड़िया हाथ में सोहे 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 हरी हरी चूड़िया हरी हरी चूड़िया हरी हरी चूड़िया हाथ में सोए हरी हरी चूड़िया हाथ में सोए तापर कजरा नैना मोहे पायलिया पायलिया सजन पहना दे रे पायलिया पायलिया सजन पहना दे झनक झनक सैया डोलो रे झनक झनक सैया डोलो रे झनक 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 रे झनक 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 सैया दोनों रे नक बेसर बलम मंगवा दे नथ बे नथ बेसर रे नथ बेसर नथ बेसर बालम पहना दे पहना दे पहना दे रे नथ बेसर बालम मगवा दे नथ बेसर हाँ नथ बेसर हरे नथ
सोहिनी, हम आपको नथ, पाजेब, हरी चूड़िया, बाजूबंद सब मंगवा के देंगे, हमसे जरूर बोलिएगा. Beautiful
You know, I'm
performance.
very nervous. My hands are getting so cold.
No, but it did not reflect in your performance at all. It was it seemed like, you know, there is a virtual betiki going on, and in that betiki we are enjoying your performance. Sameer, please add.
Well, Sohini, what can I say? It was a wonderful performance. I got reminded so I had a good fortune of learning this rag from Aarti Ankalikarji. And if for all people, if you have seen Sardari Begum, one of the thumris in that Mohe Kana Jo Aaye is also set to Pilu, and wonderful transitions. I like the fact that you could go from minor notes to the major notes and going into the Komal Dhaivat and then Shuddha Nishad, Komal Nishad. It was really well done, and I could tell that you're improvising on the spot. So that was really
Yes, that
good.
was not at all a pure homework,
Yes.
because I homeworked something else and I presented something else.
Yeah, so I could tell that, and that was the best part of listening to it. Is it was nothing sounded scripted, it just came from your heart. So yeah, do keep up the performance. It was really good. Thank you. Over to you, Vasant.
Hi, Sohini.
Hi.
It was a pleasure listening to you. Like you know, Akansha and Sameer said, right? It's like a virtual BITEC, and we are all actually listening and enjoying your music, and we get to learn as much, right? How could such heavy ragas be presented in such way, and how could transitions make it?
Because it is one of my favorites. That's why some ragas and some compositions, like everyone, we all don't prefer to present, or we don't prefer to sing. So it is one of my favorites.
Sometimes we wish, right, these things are not like a competition setup or something where it's just limited to a short time frame. Sometimes it's so cruel for us to, you know, cut short this kind of a exchange and a conversation, right? So, and we are all a part of continuous learning, and I think this is so exciting for us to, you know, hear some real good talent that is, and you know pretty much where you are in terms of your musical journey. I really wish all the best, and I really think this has been a wonderful experience listening to you today.
Thank you.
I would just also take one extra minute to just correct myself that probably I made a comment on the first performance today. Nothing to do with you, Sohini. This is about the first performance, Laya Madhu. I think I anonymously mentioned a different raga's name of what compositions she had sung. When I asked her, she told the right raga's name. The raga's name that she mentioned was Padi. I just re-verified because my sources, I probably went listening to a wrong internet source, and I did mention another raga's name, but Padi is the right raga, and the kid mentioned the right raga's name. So I just want to stay corrected in this platform, being true to music. So as we learn today, you know, we keep learning, and it's a wonderful experience. And thank you so much, Sohini, for your wonderful performance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so Vasant has done most of my part. Once again, thank you so much, Sohini, for joining in. And moving on to our next participant, she's all set. The participant number is 19, and She's coming from Pennsylvania, Kirtana. Let's have the theme music for Kirtana and let's welcome her on virtual stage. Welcome. And while I was reading a bit about you, you know what happened? You know what happened? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, she's just jumped from the 12th mala of our society. Kirtana is not only a singer, but she plays a saxophone, she plays piano, melodica, trumpet, and guitar, and she's also a Bharatnatyam dancer. Oh my God, I can still hear Wonder Woman.
Thank you.
Falling off. How do you take out so much of time and all these things, you know, all these instruments and streams require so much of dedication?
It's definitely been tough to keep everything and practice everything properly because you have to give justice to everything that you do. But I just enjoy music so much, so it comes naturally.
Absolutely. Yes, no doubt you are a natural talent. So the stage is yours and you are the artist. Over to you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Kirtana Sriram, and today I will be singing Deva Deva Kalayamite, composed by Swati Tirunal in Raga Mayamolavagola, set to Rupakatalam. देव देव कलयामि ते चरणाम्बुज सेवनं 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 देव देव कलयामि जातरूप निभचेल जन्मार्चितं माम किल 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 पातकसञ्चयमेह वारय करुणया पातकसञ्चयमेह वारय करुणया दितिजाळि विदळन दितिजाळि विदळन दितिजाळि विदळन दीनबन्धो मामाव दितिजाळि विदळन दीनबन्धो मामाव श्रुतविबुधजाल श्री पद्मनाभ शौरे श्रुतविबुधजाल श्री पद्मनाभ शौरे श्रुतविबुधजाल श्री पद्मनाभ शौरे श्रुतविबुधजाल श्री पद्मनाभ शौरे देव देव कलयामि ते चरणाम्बुज सेवनं देव देव कलयामि. Thank you.
Serene performance. Kirtana, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
So let's move on to Shri and let's see what Shri has to say. Over to you.
Thanks, Akansha. Kirtana, I only wish that you opened up your voice. You have a lovely voice.
Thank you.
Extremely good voice. You are blessed with a lovely voice. You should actually open up. You know that sangadis and all, it has to fall into place. And many places, you know, you were sort of, I don't know why you were controlling, or probably you have to practice more to get that. Such a lovely voice, just open it up. You will see a difference, when you actually open up, and that is what is required in Carnatic, and especially for a heavy kirtanam which is set to Maya Mala Gola, and all the legends have sung also. I was reminded of Sri Samangudi Srinivas Iyer singing this song, Samangudi Mama. It was the vision was so clear when you were singing. But I will suggest definitely practice on all the sangadis that you had executed. Maybe sing it a little slow, get the clarity on how exactly those sangadis are to be executed, and then start singing in the tempo that you just sang. And number 2 is open up your voice and sing. And number 3, listen more than you actually learning and singing. My guru used to say that the biggest asset that you have currently in this generation is the amount of information that you have right in front of you. You have different artists sung. I belong to a little bit of an old school, so I would definitely recommend that you listen to the the stalwarts, the legends like Arya Kudi or Samangudi Mama, or KV Narayana Swami Mama. I mean, like, there are so many gods like that. So I would definitely suggest you listen to them. Then you will definitely be able to be in a better position to execute this far better than what you did right now. I have absolutely nothing to tell you that this what you sang was wrong. No, I don't mean that. What I mean is that I am really pushing you hard so that you get to that next level, and this is how you will get there. Kirtana, lovely performance. Wishing you the best.
Thank you.
Vasant, over to you.
Thanks, Sri. I think Sri has given good, amazing words of wisdom. I would say that I concur with each of his point of view, right? And when it comes to classical music, the expectation is that you come with that level of authenticity, and that will only keep improving as much as you go back to your basics, right? And you go back and practice all your, your core, Dhat Varsai, Janta Varsai, and you're able to hit it every time authentically, and not try to, camouflage a few notes when you move along. So these are some of the things that I'm sure you already, realized. And I can say that from your video recording, this was definitely a better performance, because we have seen a journey as we see, but so it's very encouraging to see that there is already an improvement within the short span of time that we have been, in this journey together. So I would say kudos to that, improvement. Sometimes these smaller wins really require for us to motivate ourselves and keep moving forward. So we are only going to get better from here. So all the very best and keep working on your basics. Good luck to you people.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Kirtana. And the very important point here is that you have the power of internet. So utilize it to the utmost, which we did not had. It was wonderful having you on stage, on the virtual stage.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our next participant. That is going to be number 20. And with that, I think she's not our last participant. We have got 2 more participants joining in. So Sushmita, welcome to the virtual stage. Can we have the music, please? Welcome, Sushmita, joining us from Canada. She likes Bollywood music. Oh, we also like Bollywood music, but these days she's exploring Western 70s and 80s music, and Carnatic music is something which she's very passionate about. So, goes without saying that you must be singing something in Carnatic today. And are you all set?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Great. Sounds good. The stage is yours. Over to you. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Susmita, as they already said. I'm going to be singing Sri Hari Vallabhe in Shuddha Ragam, set to Aditalam. Shri Hari Vallabhe, Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shrita Bhakta Sulabhe Suvanabhe Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shrita Bhakta Sulabhe Suvanabhe Shri Hari Vallabhe. Yehi me sadanam samodam, Yehi me sadanam samodam, Dehi me dhanadhanya sampadam, Yehi me sadanam samodam, Dehi me dhanadhanya sampadam, Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shrita Bhakta Sulabhe Suvanabhe, Shri Hari Vallabhe, Ma Pahi Shrita Bhakta Sulabhe Suvanabhe, Shri Hari Vallabhe. Brahmarudradi padadayini, Brahmanda Vyapini Padmini, Brahmarudradi padadayini, Brahmanda Vyapini Padmini, Brahma Janani Jagan Mohini, Brahma Janani Jagan Mohini, Bhavaragadi Toshini, Janani Jagan Mohini, Bhavaragadi Toshini Mahita Kirti Shangalavara Pradaini Shri Hari Vallabhe Mahita Kirti
Oh, I think there was some technical glitch, and
I was a little bit confused there for a second.
yes, no problems, no problems. Do you still have your performance left, or you're done with your performance? You want to continue?
So can I like start from like I was just finishing off actually, but I can like re-sing the charanam if you want.
Yes, please go ahead.
Brahmarudradi padadayini Brahmandavya Brahmarudradi padadayini Brahmandavyapini padmini Brahmajanani Jaganmohini Brahmajanani Bhavaragadi Toshini Brahmajanani Jaganmohini Bhavaragadi Toshini Mahida Kirti Shalini Tava Pade Ratirastune Mani Malini Marajana Vasudeva Ritkedini Mangala Vara Pradayini Shri Hari Vallabhe Mahita Kirti Shalini Tava Pade Ratirastune Mani Malini Marajana Vasudeva Ritkedini Mangala Vara Pradayini Shri Hari Vallabhe Ma pahi shrita bhakta sulabhe suvana Shri Hari Vallabhe Hari Vallabhe Hari Vallabhe. Thank you.
All right. So that was a very powerful performance, and I think Vasant can elaborate more on that. Vasant, over to you.
Hi, Sushmita. Nice to meet you today. I would say it was a good attempt on trying to sing this composition. So how many years have you been learning Carnatic music?
I've actually been learning since I was like 4.5 and I'm 16 now. So
yeah. Okay. And do you sing other forms of music as well, apart from classical?
Recently I've been starting to go to classes for Bollywood karaoke. So yeah.
Okay, understand. And do you speak any native Indian language as well at home, or is it mostly English otherwise?
Oh yeah, I do. I speak a couple languages. We're Sanketi Kannadiga, so I speak Sanketi. I speak Kannadiga. That's for Kannada. Sorry. I also speak Hindi, so there's that.
Okay, understand. So overall, like I said, the performance on this song was okay. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was okay. You had the understanding of the ragam pretty much, so you didn't go meander outside of the ragam. But if you look at going towards perfection, I would say there is a lot of journey for you to achieve perfection, and that will come when you keep hearing yourself. So do record yourself in your phone or something and try to keep hearing yourself, so that you would know every time you can improve on your singing and improve on your perfection. I would say, more than jumping into more fancy stuff in terms of singing compositions, learning from the internet, I would say go back to your alankarams, go back to your geetam. and try to perfect that and try to do a lot of akara sadhana, because not many singers are gifted with the kind of voice that you have. Not many singers would have the kind of open throat, and you are able to transfer easily from a bass note to from a mantra sthai to a ucha sthai very easily. So these are some of the positives that you have, right? And the only way you're going to utilize that by putting a lot of hard work on this, something that you already have, because you've got a great environment. You've got parents who have put you onto this art. You have chosen the art right from your childhood, and you know that you're good in terms of understanding what it is, and you're able to represent it in the right way. Just that if you work towards the perfection, I'm sure you're going to enjoy the music more and more, and you're going to make a great meaning for yourself. That's what I would say. All the very best to you, and keep practicing well.
Thank you.
Good luck. Over to you, Samir.
Hey, Sushmita. I, for one, did find the presentation very nice. It was very soothing to listen to it. So that was great. Again, as Vasant mentioned, you have a great voice. So keep up with it. I think one of the things that you can really do is just practice on holding the notes a little longer. Mainly that again comes from breathing. So breathing exercises, they're going to help you in any form of music you do. So that's kind of a universal thing. So along with everything else, but you are on the right track. I would want to listen to a lot more of you. So keep up the good work, okay? And keep practicing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samir. Thank you, Sushmita. And moving on to our next participant, that is going to be number 21. Her name is Angaha Rao. I hope I have pronounced your name correctly. If I'm not, then you need to correct me once you take the center stage. Can we have the music, please? The artist, and the stage is yours. And first, you got to tell me, how do you pronounce your name?
I'm Anagaha.
Anagaha.
Yes.
And what is the meaning of that?
It means sinless.
Means seamless.
Sinless.
Okay. So you know what? Generally, people also find it very difficult to pronounce my name because it's very long. So are you all set for your performance?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
And you have very specifically mentioned that you don't want to take singing as your profession. You want to keep it as your passion.
Yes. Right now in my life, I think that I want to maybe pursue something else as a major, but I definitely want to keep Carnatic music with me for the rest of my life because it's very important to me, and I have a lot of passion for it. So, yeah.
Wonderful. And there is a trivia about Anagaha that she has a twin brother. Identical or
no? Yeah, we're pretty fraternal, but yeah.
Great. So with that smile, keep that smile on. The stage is yours. 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Today I will be singing a kriti called Sri Valli Devasenapate, Ragam Nathabai Ravi, composed by Papanasam Shivan and set to Adidal. Shri Valli Devasenapate, Shri Valli Devasenapate, Shri Subramanya Namostute, Shri Valli Devasenapate, Shri Subramanya Namostute, Shri Valli Devasenapate, Shri Subramanya Namostute, Shri Valli Devasenapate, Shri Subramanya
नमोस्तुते श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते श्री सुब्रह्मण्य नमोस्तुते श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते श्री सुब्रह्मण्य नमोस्तुते श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते देवता रामम जय जय देवता रामम जय जय देवता सर्वभम जय जय देवता सर्वभम जय जय द्विषत् भुजत् कार्तिकेय मेय त्रिषत् भुजत् कार्तिकेय मेय त्रिषत् भुजत् कार्तिकेय मेय श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते श्री सुब्रह्मण्य नमोस्तुते श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते मवसदा शिवकुमार मवसदा शिवकुमार मवसदा शिवकुमार मवसदा शिवकुमार विमानिकृत चित्रमयूर मवसदा शिवकुमार विमानिकृत चित्रमयूर काविता फलदायक कामिता फलदायक हर्त सुर कामित फलदायक हर्त सुर करुणा जलधर जगदोदार करुणा जलधर जगदोदार श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते श्री सुब्रह्मण्य नमोस्तुते श्रीवल्ली देवसे नापते Thank you.
Wonderful. Shri, please elaborate on that.
Hey, Anaga, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Anaga, you have a beautiful voice. You have that that heaviness that you bring with you. Anaga, are you into formal training of Carnatic music?
Yes.
Okay. You have been learning for a while?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Keep practicing and keep learning. A couple of things that I definitely wanted to bring to your notice, especially when this is Nata Bhairavi, which is again a very heavy ragam, is how you present the kriti. It is not, see, you can take a kirtanam, sing it in a very simple manner, but be very, very clear about all the sangadis and then present it. Or you can add a lot of sangadi and then present it as well. But it all depends on how the audience react to it or who's listening to you, right? So if there is, when you started itself, you and then you started bringing more sangadis into it, which you were able to, and you were talented in that. No, there's no question about it. But the sequence in which you present it does matter a lot. Sometimes they say, when you are singing, the silence in between matters a lot.
Yeah.
Like very similar to that, when you are presenting a kriti like this, there's a definite rhyme and reason as to why the legends have actually started with a very plain sangadi and then develop a little bit on that and develop a little bit on it. So that's how you present it, as you're spoon feeding the audience, for them to get onboarded on the ragam, on the kriti, and they are able to appreciate it better. You had a lot of sangadis put in between, and I felt as though it became too clogged. That's again just me talking about it. I definitely want you to keep practicing, and also make sure that the sangadis being executed is on the talam. Sometimes putting the talam a little bit more harder can help. Being very soft, there's nothing wrong about it, but I belong to Palakkad Mania School of Music, so I stress a lot on the talam. So when you're putting the talam, maybe you put it a little bit more harder so that where the sangadi should fall, it sounds better when you execute it that way. Okay. Wishing you the best, Anaga. Great singing.
Thank you.
Vasant?
Hi, Anaga.
Hi.
I think that is a pretty heavy dose from Shri. I would say overall, I kind of concur with what he says, right? And it's all kind of for good and for your improvement. What I can certainly say is that I can feel that you're very sincere about your practice. So it's not like you are coming here to just show off something that you've learned to some set of 5-6 people, right? So don't mistake a comment in that context. His intentions come from a place where it is very honest, because you did mention that music is your passion, and while you want to major at something, you do want to take it for life. So from that perspective, what Sri said is 100%, I would concur with that, and I would want you to look at it in a very positive stride and work on your stuff. Like typically how everyone says, right? Only when there's a heat of the sun, you actually feel the shadow when you actually stand under the tree. So usage of sangati is very similar to that. Only when you have in a time frame of say 3 to 5 seconds, when you have say 60 to 80% of it as plain notes, and when you put one sangati in the middle, the listener wants to say one aha, or wants to really enjoy it. If it is full of beautifications and garlanding, you would never actually, that won't stand out. So that is something that you need to be very cognizant of. Somewhere I felt that a few things that you were doing were conscious sangatis, and a few things were actually like unforced errors in tennis, right? Where you actually are singing plain notes, but because you don't have that control, you are having that slight bit of shake here and there. So I would say go back to your geetams, go and practice. Go practice a lot of plain notes. When I used to learn varnams and geetams, right? They actually used to teach me in plain notes. It may not look great in terms of performing them as it is, but when actually it creates a lot of, I would say that homework really matters. When you sing something like it might sound very rudimentary, right? But you are actually going and hitting each and every note. And then later you can beautify it like this. Sakala Shastra Purana Dinam Taladinam. But when you're learning it, when you're practicing it, it's always best when you sing it in those plain notes. And that will really help you understand each and every place of each and every note in that song. So on that note, I'm going to leave you. But all the very best. Keep your sincere practice, and all the very best for music.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And it was lovely to have you with us on the stage. Moving on to our next participant. She's coming from Canada, number 22, Kamaljeet Kaur. Can we have the music to welcome Kamaljeet on the virtual stage?
Do
the artist, Kamaljeet. Welcome to the virtual stage. And it seems that besides singing, you like cooking, cooking, and cooking. But not for
Yeah.
yourself, but for other people. Wow. Why don't you come and live with me?
Yeah, sure, if I get a chance.
It would be my pleasure. And you and I share the same thing. I also do not like any kind of mess. I am a very organized person at home and otherwise also. So, without taking much time, let's start with your performance. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, over to you.
Hello everyone, I am Kamaljeet Kaur and today I am going to sing a Mirabai composition. It is semi-classical song and this is musically composed by Kishoria Amonkar. Mharu pranam बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम मोर मुगुट माथ्या तिलक बिराजा मोर मुगुट माथ्या तिलक बिराजा कुंडल अलकाकारी जी कुंडल अलकाकारी जी मारो प्रणाम बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम अधर मधुर धर बंसी बजावा अधर मधुर धर बंसी बजावा रीझ रिझावा ब्रज नारी जी जी रिझ रिझावा ब्रज नारी जी मारो प्रणाम बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम या शब्द देखा देखा या शब्द देखा मोह्या मीरा या शब्द देखा मोह्या मीरा मोहन गिरिवरधारी जी जी मोहन गिरिवरधारी जी मारो प्रणाम बाके बिहारी जी मारो प्रणाम 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 Thank you.
बहुत ही खूबसूरत कमलजीत. कमलजीत, आप घर पे do you speak Punjabi at home?
Yeah, Punjabi.
Yeah, but it did not reflect at all in your singing. You were very clear in your pronunciation and in your throw as well. Let's hear it from Samir, what he has to say.
Hello, Kamaljeet. It's really a
Hello,
pleasure.
namaste.
Namaste, namaste. कैसे हैं आप?
हाँ जी बढ़िया, आप बताइए.
बढ़िया. हाँ, बस ठीक ठीक.
Happy Independence Day.
Same to you as well. So it was really wonderful to listen to this. I have grown up listening to this from Kishori ji. It has her specific touch, and she could make. So this is set in Rag Yaman Kalyan, and
Yeah,
she could
yeah.
make it sound as serious as it is, to as soulful as it could be, to as so every rasa she could present through this rag. So she was really like a master of what she did. So it was wonderful, very, very soulfully presented. The only thing I would
Thank you.
suggest is if we had a tabla to accompany it, it would have tabla brings out those pauses and those nuances even better. So that is something
Okay.
that we really missed. Like, we loved the singing, and I personally enjoyed it listening. I think I would have enjoyed it even more. But yes, the nuances
Mhm.
were good. It was, you were into it, so that was kind of the best part of it.
Yes.
So it made us feel really good listening to it, and it was almost like we were all doing the pranam, right, along with you.
Yeah.
So yes, so
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, and that was wonderful. Over to you, Shri.
Thanks, Amir. Kamaljeet ji,
Hello.
you said you like cooking, and then I like eating, and eating. I think. One thing I completely agree with Samir was the soulfulness, and then I was trying to find out the right word, and then he touched upon it. It was soulfulness. Your voice, you have a blessed voice. It's something that lingers around even after you sing.
Mhm.
It's that voice lingers around in your mind just because the way that you have presented with so much of devotion in you. Just
Thank
loved
you.
your performance. Thank you so much, Kamaljeet, and
Thank you
wishing
so
you the
much.
best. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kamaljeet ji, for joining us. Hope one day when I'm there, I get to eat something made specially by you.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our
Thank
next
you.
participant. That is going to be the last participant for Indian classical singing journey, number 23, Priya. Let's welcome Priya on the virtual stage with our theme music. You are the artist, Priya. Welcome to the stage. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
So it looks like, Priya says that when she's not singing, then she's listening. When she's not listening, then she's performing or recording her next piece. And when she's not doing either of it, then she's playing sitar. Wow, your whole day is very creative and very productive.
Thank you. Trying.
Absolutely. Priya, so are you ready with your performance?
Yes, yes.
So is the stage for you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to make sure it's not too loud. So I'm just going to put on the tanpura. And if it is, do let me know. Is it okay, the audio?
A little lower, just slightly lower on the tanpura.
Is it good?
Yep.
So sounds like Kamalji did Yaman, so I'll continue with the Yaman as well. And I'll be singing Yeri Ali, Piya Bina in Rag Yaman, set to Teen.
ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी कलन परत मोसे घड़ी पल छिन बिना कलन परत मोसे घड़ी पल छिन बिना ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी ये रिया रे पिया बिना जब से पिया परदेस गवन कीनो जब से पिया परदेस गवन कीनो रतिया कटत मोहि तारे गिन गिन रतिया कटत मोरी तारे गिन गिन ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी कलन परत मोसे घड़ी पल छिन गिन ये रिया रे पिया बिना निरे ग ग रे निरे सा निरे ग म प म ग रे निरे सा ये रिया निरे ग म प प म ग म प द प प म ग म द नि सा नि द प म द प म ग रे सा निरे ग म प म प म ग म प म प ये रिया रे पिया बिना जब से पिया परदेस गवन कीनो जब से पिया परदेस गवन कीनो जब से पिया परदेस गवन कीनो रातिया कटत मोसे तारे गिन गिन ये रिया रे पिया बिना ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी ये रिया रे पिया बिना ये रिया रे पिया बिना ये रिया रे पिया बिना सखी ये रिया रे रिया रे रिया रे
Wonderful. What throw and what command at the same time. Samir, please join in and please share your thoughts.
Hi, Priya. It was really good to listen to Rag Yaman. I, for one, have learned it as my first rag, and I still continue to learn it. And I think I don't know anything about it even after 15, 16 years of learning. It's just such a beautiful rag. So tell me, Priya, who have you learned your music from?
So I've learned it from India as well as here. From India, I'm from Ahmedabad, learned from Mrs. Khandekar over there. And then from here, I have learned from Shrivani Jade, also based in the Pacific Northwest.
Are they from the Jaipur tradition?
No, Kirana.
Kirana, okay. So some of the things which I really noticed is your use of extensive akar in terms of taking tans rather than using a bol tan, you're using akars, which is really good. I mean, it is a very different way of singing. In Hindustani, we do the bol alaps and bol tans, and then we do the akar tans also. So that was really good. And I like the fact that you were able to pick up the tans pretty quickly. At the beginning itself, like that is kind of your strength, and I like that when you did that. So that was really really nicely done. I would like to see your tans a little more, not extended but landing on the sum every now and then. They come out really good, but every now and then, there is a tihai to it sometimes, but not every time is required. It just, because what happens is then the tihai loses its importance. I know in one place you did it on purpose and that just landed flawlessly. So that was really good. So I would hope so that you can show us more of that. Again, your grasp of Yaman by itself is wonderful. The use of how you get the emotional content out of it. That part was really nice. It feels like you are really waiting for that someone to come along. So that was good, and yes, I enjoyed listening to it. All the very best, and keep practicing more. But it was really, really good. Thank you. Over to you, Shri, or Vasant. Sorry. Yeah.
Hey Priya, wonderful listening to you. I think it was a wonderful experience. Like I mentioned earlier, right? Wish this was not like a competition setup where there was a time and we had to listen to you within this short frame of time. Wish this was like a better kind of a setup when we could listen to you for longer, doing your yamans, right? So overall, I think it was a wonderful performance. You were able to emote the rag very well, and all the technical aspects, Samir, I think completely covered it up. What is that you would like to improve in your music?
Definitely more finesse in the tans. And I think more of, I would say, bol alaps and more of bol tans is something I continue to work on. And obviously it's a journey, and I'm still, there's lots to improve.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And, you pretty much know in terms of, where you are and where your journey is. And I love the honesty about the areas that you precisely mentioned that you have to work on, right? So thank you so much for your overall singing experience that you have shared with us today. We really hope to see you, listen to more of you and keep following your music. Good luck to you.
Thank you for your kind comments and love the feedback. It's appreciated.
Thank you, jury. Thank you, Priya, for joining in. And with this, we come to a pause. In fact, for this journey, this is a full stop for Indian classical semi-finals. But before I say bye-bye to everybody, I have got two very special messages. So as you remember, we started with a very special message from Srimati Preeti Uttam. We have got a thank you message and a very special message for all the artists who performed. So can I request, please, the broadcast team to play that video message by Srimati Preeti?
So finally, we are at the end of our first session of Indian classical vocals in season 2. I'm so proud of all of you that, you guys have put so much of effort in learning classical music, which is actually the concrete base for your musical career ahead. So good job, all of you, and I see so much of talent in this season. So keep singing, keep doing well, and may the best artists go forward. And also thank you for putting your trust in Artiste. Jai Hind, take care of yourself. Namaskar.
So that was a very lovely short message by Srimati Preeti Uttam, and very generous of her. Once again, I would like to thank all the artists who performed here in Indian Classical. I would also like to thank the jury members who patiently heard, and not only heard, but gave very insightful feedback to all the participants. Before I say tata bye-bye, I have got the duo with us. We'll start with Leons to say a few words, and then over to Shri.
Thank you, Akanksha, yet again. Thank you for making this journey pleasant for the entire Artiste team. So congratulations because to all the contestants, because you made it thus far to the end of the session 1 of the semifinals. I think best of all, we did it together, right? And you're already winners because you're already in the semifinals. So a big pat on your backs just for that. I think between Shri and I think, and again, the jury members, I think we're seeing a lot of fire in many of you, which is very evident. And I think there are signs of brilliance in some of your performances. But regardless, it is not the performance that defines you, but it is what you learn from this experience that will help you grow as an artist. So best of luck to everyone. I hope that the best artists move forward. And congratulations to everyone for making it thus far. So regardless of the outcome, keep finding the art in your heart. Over to you, Shri.
Thanks, Leons. I mean, there's no better way that you can put it the way that you usually present, Leons. I mean, wonderful experience hearing so many people today. A few of the performances got me nostalgic, like I said earlier, to my college days. Now I'm feeling a little old. That being said, there were some extremely good performances, and they were performances that needed some area of improvement. I hope everybody takes the area of improvement as a constructive feedback and start working on it. We are not here again. Let me just reiterate, the duo or the jury members here are not here to tell you what is right and what is wrong. We want you to scale up because there is an X factor in every performance that is required. It is just not just learning and executing, right? It has to be a certain XXX that person's, or YYY, his flavor that needs to come into the Kriti and when they present it. And that's what we want. That is what we strive for in this Artiste platform. So I hope you take these feedback as a positive note, work on it, and hopefully we all see you. We see you in the finals, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, a happy Independence Day to everyone. It was great to have you in this platform today. Jai Hind. Over to you, Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Shri. So once again, as I said, that art is something which makes us feel empowered. And also with this, we come to the end of semifinals for the Indian Classical Round. The Artiste Season 2 will continue, and we'll meet very soon with our next category that is going to be Indian playback singing. Hopefully, I'm going to be there with you. And as I say, and as Leon has said, that the art stays in your heart. So just the way heart keeps beating, you need to practice your art, no matter you win or lose or whatever the performance is. The most important thing is to practice your art with dedication. On that note, this is me, Akanksha, saying thank you so much. Tata, bye-bye. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Ni sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ma ma ga re sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa sa ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ma ma ga re sa Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram महकी महकी सी है खुशबू माटी की, लहराता परचम है शिखरों पर जिसका, दिल है धरती के आंचल को गले लगाए, परवाज़ों के आगे तो सूरज भी झुकता, ढूंढा है पर ना मिला हमें, सारी दुनिया में सबसे प्यारा मेरा हिंदुस्तान। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। झलक धनक सी है लागे निर्मल बोली मधुर भाषा, रंग बिखेरे हैं खुशियों के, अलग शहर अलग रहन लेकिन मिलों को है जोड़े दिल के धागे ये प्यार के, जो आसमां में है उजले सितारे बोले तेरा नाम। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। निसारे सा निसारे सा निसारे सा सा, निसारे सा निसारे सा मा गा रे सा, निसारे सा निसारे सा निसारे सा सा, निसारे सा निसारे सा मा गा रे सा। ढूंढा है पर ना मिला हमें, सारी दुनिया में सबसे प्यारा मेरा हिंदुस्तान। वंदे मातरम, 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 वंदे मातरम। निसारे सा निसारे सा निसारे सा सा, निसारे सा निसारे सा मा गा रे सा, निसारे सा